Sometimes, the hardest path is the one no one will walk with you. You gave your energy, you gave your time, you gave your loyalty. And yet, what did you get in return? Empty gratitude, half-hearted respect. People who demanded everything and gave nothing back. Most men stay. Most men hope. Most men compromise their peace just to be understood, accepted, or liked. Stoicism doesn't teach you to bend for others. It teaches you to stand alone, rise alone, and win alone. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Tonight, we'll explore why walking alone isn't loneliness. It's your first step toward freedom, mastery, and victory. Repeat this mantra silently. I walk alone. I rise alone. I win alone. Walk alone. Claim your freedom by standing apart. Sometimes the heaviest burden isn't physical. It's the expectation of others, the silent pressure to give more than you receive, and the constant feeling that your efforts go unnoticed. You've stayed late at work covering for colleagues who never thanked you. You've excused behavior in relationships that left you drained. You've over-explained, overgiven, hoping that friends or loved ones would recognize your value. Each time, a little piece of your energy, confidence, and inner peace slips away, leaving you frustrated and unseen. This is the cost of dependence. Trying to align your life with people who don't match your values, priorities, or principles. It feels exhausting. It feels lonely. And yet, most men stay. Most men hope. Most men compromise themselves in the pursuit of approval. Stoicism offers a different path. Your strength comes from yourself, not others. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that power, clarity, and resilience are internal, not gifts handed to you by the world. No one can grant you courage. No one can provide focus. No one can validate your victories. Freedom, mastery, and true self-respect come from your choices. The decisions you make independently, without waiting for recognition, support, or permission. Walking alone is not a weakness. It is an act of assertion, a declaration that you are accountable to yourself first. Here's a simple exercise to begin claiming that inner authority. Take a piece of paper or your journal and write down one situation or person that still drains you emotionally. Ask yourself, do I control this, or is it controlling me? Identify one small action to reclaim your power. Stop explaining unnecessarily. Set a clear boundary. Walk away, mentally or physically. These small but deliberate steps reinforce your independence, anchoring your mind in self-discipline rather than external validation. Real-life application makes this principle tangible. At work, it could mean completing a project independently rather than relying on a team that has proven unreliable. In friendships, it might involve politely declining requests that conflict with your priorities, even if it risks friction. In romantic relationships, it could be standing firm on your needs instead of bending endlessly to appease others. Each decision, each act of deliberate independence strengthens your inner fortress. The more you practice walking alone, the more you discover that solitude is not loneliness. It is your training ground, a space where clarity, focus, and self-respect are nurtured. Affirm this mindset daily. I walk alone. Let these words echo through your actions, guiding choices that align with your values, not the expectations of others. Over time, this practice rewires your approach to life. You stop seeking approval, stop compromising unnecessarily, and begin to recognize the power in deliberate solitude. Every step taken alone is a step toward mastery over your own mind, a declaration that your life is your responsibility and your freedom is non-negotiable. In essence, walking alone is not a punishment or a sign of isolation. It is a conscious strategy, a decision to prioritize self-respect, discipline, and clarity over approval, comfort, or temporary ease. Stand apart, focus inward, and claim your freedom. Walk alone. Every action, every choice, every boundary reinforces the truth. Your strength comes from yourself, not others. I walk alone. Rise alone. Channel solitude into power and mastery. Choosing to rise alone is rarely comfortable. There is a persistent sense of guilt when you set boundaries, prioritize your goals, or say no to the demands of others. Solitude can feel heavy, even unnatural, especially in a society that equates success with constant visibility, connection, and external approval. When you step back, when you refuse to bend to someone else's expectations, you may feel misunderstood. Colleagues might question your motives. Friends may distance themselves, and your own mind may whisper doubts. Am I being selfish? Am I overreacting? This is the discomfort of rising alone, a weight that few willingly bear, yet it is the very experience that forges resilience, discipline, and self-mastery. Stoicism provides a framework for this journey. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Obstacles, resistance, and even the discomfort of solitude are not punishments. They are catalysts for growth. The guilt, criticism, and lack of understanding you encounter are the conditions that sharpen focus, test discipline, and strengthen character. Solitude becomes a laboratory, a place where independence, clarity, and resilience are developed. To channel this power, select a task to complete entirely on your own. It might be a physical challenge, like a demanding workout, an intellectual pursuit, like mastering a new skill or studying a complex topic, or a strategic objective, such as planning a major project. Approach it with full concentration. Seek no recognition. Make no compromises for the comfort or approval of others. Let the work itself measure your commitment. This focused, solitary effort transforms what could feel isolating into a tool for mastery. As you engage with this task, pause to reflect. Am I acting out of obligation, guilt, or fear? Or am I acting with purpose, clarity, and self-determination? This reflection differentiates passive loneliness from intentional solitude. You are alone not because circumstances forced you, but because you chose to rise above distraction, to prioritize your growth, and to reinforce your self-reliance. Every minute spent fully immersed in your work strengthens independence and builds inner trust. Real-world examples demonstrate this principle. A professional who completes a critical project without relying on unreliable collaborators, an athlete training early before anyone notices, or an individual dedicating time to personal development instead of appeasing others, all illustrate rising alone. These actions cultivate confidence, focus, and discipline that cannot be granted by anyone else. Anchor this practice with the affirmation, I rise alone with purpose, without guilt. Repeat it as you work, internalize it as a guiding principle, and let it direct your choices. The discomfort you feel is proof of growth. Solitude is no longer emptiness. It is a proving ground where mastery is earned and strength is consolidated. Rising alone is not isolation for isolation's sake. It is the intentional cultivation of freedom, integrity, and discipline. By embracing your solitary space, you sharpen focus, reinforce values, and strengthen mental fortitude. Stand firm, act decisively, and rise alone. Every effort undertaken in solitude reinforces self-mastery and lays the foundation for genuine achievement. Win alone, own your victories. No one else can grant them. In a world obsessed with recognition, praise, and external validation, it's easy to measure your success by the applause of others. But the truth is harsh. The world will rarely hand you awards, acknowledgement, or validation. People are too consumed with their own struggles to notice your progress. Your achievements are seldom celebrated, and your effort often goes unseen. If you wait for the world to define your worth, you will spend a lifetime chasing recognition that may never come. This is the pain of dependence, the trap of looking outward for what can only be claimed from within. Epictetus, one of the most disciplined Stoic philosophers, wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." True freedom, mastery, and victory come from self-mastery. You cannot outsource courage, focus, or integrity. You cannot delegate your victories to someone else's approval. Waiting for validation leaves you powerless. The key is understanding that the only authority that truly matters is your own. If you want to win, you must claim your victories alone, independently, with discipline and integrity. Here's a practical step to start owning your wins. Take a pen and write down 3 goals you will complete independently, without waiting for recognition, guidance, or approval. These can be professional, personal, or intellectual. A project you will finish at work, a fitness milestone, a skill you will learn, or a financial objective you will achieve. Commit to completing them fully, focusing entirely on execution and maintaining your standards without compromise. The emphasis is not on how others perceive the outcome, but on your own dedication and integrity. As you approach each goal, reflect daily. Do I need their approval or my own integrity? This question separates your energy from external distraction. It forces clarity and aligns action with principle. You will quickly notice the difference. When you focus on integrity over applause, your efforts become more effective, more consistent, and more fulfilling. You will begin to experience a deeper satisfaction that recognition from others can never provide. Consider real-life examples. At work, instead of seeking credit from peers or supervisors, complete a challenging project to the highest standard. Knowing the quality of your work reflects your discipline. Among friends or networks, take the initiative to contribute meaningfully without expecting praise. In your personal life, train your body, develop a skill, or study a subject diligently, and measure your progress by your own standards, not by comparison to others. Each of these actions reinforces your independence and cements your ability to win on your own terms. The mindset of winning alone is also a mindset of resilience. When you rely on your own effort and integrity, you're shielded from the disappointment of others' indifference. You learn that your value is self-determined. Even when recognition is absent, your achievements are real. Even when no one notices, your discipline and focus accumulate quietly, compounding into mastery. Anchor this mindset with a simple affirmation: I win alone. Repeat it daily. Let it guide your actions and decisions. Understand that every goal you accomplish independently strengthens your self-mastery and autonomy. Victory is not about applause or awards. It is about integrity, consistency, and mastery over yourself. You win alone because you are the only one who can ensure that your work, effort, and commitment remain unshakable. Ultimately, claiming your victories alone is an act of freedom. It is liberation from dependency on others' approval, recognition, or judgment. It is the path to genuine confidence, resilience, and inner peace. Focus on what you can control, execute with integrity, and measure success by your own standards. Stand firm, work hard, win alone. Stoic principles. Applied, build inner strength independently. True mastery begins with understanding what lies within your control and what does not. The dichotomy of control teaches that obsessing over external opinions, circumstances, or outcomes drains energy, clouds judgment, and weakens focus. Instead, concentrate on your own actions, choices, and responses. Release attachment to recognition, praise, or results that others control. When internalized, this principle brings clarity, freedom, and a sense of purpose. You act deliberately, guided by reason rather than external pressure or fleeting emotions. Equally essential is voluntary discomfort. Confront challenges deliberately, embracing small hardships that push your limits. This could be an early morning workout, a cold shower, or tackling a demanding task independently. By willingly embracing discomfort, you train your mind and body to remain steady under pressure. This practice develops resilience, fortitude, and discipline that comfort alone can never build. Hardship becomes a tool, not an obstacle. Premeditatio malorum, the Stoic exercise of premeditating adversity, equips you to face setbacks with composure. Visualize potential failures, obstacles, or criticism before they occur. Mentally rehearse your responses so that when difficulties arise, you meet them calmly, acting according to principle rather than reacting impulsively. Preparing in advance transforms fear into focus, turning challenges into opportunities to demonstrate strength and self-mastery. Finally, prioritize integrity over approval. Live consistently according to your values, even when no one is watching. Praise and recognition are fleeting. Integrity endures. Let your principles guide every decision, every action, and every boundary. This cultivates self-respect, authority, and the inner strength to persevere independently, unshaken by the judgments of others. Applying these Stoic principles daily transforms solitude and challenge into opportunity. Control your actions, embrace discomfort intentionally, anticipate adversity, and act with unwavering integrity. Through this consistent practice, you cultivate an independent, resilient mind capable of navigating any circumstance. True strength is earned internally, and the victories you achieve are yours alone. Emotional anchors and pain reframing. Pain is inevitable. Everyone experiences it. Resentment from being overlooked, burnout from overextending, and the frustration of feeling undervalued. These emotional strains weigh heavily, sapping energy and focus, leaving you vulnerable to self-doubt and despair. The challenge is not to avoid this pain, but to confront it with purpose, transforming it into a tool rather than allowing it to erode your strength. Stoicism provides a powerful lens through which to reinterpret suffering. Your suffering is your training ground. Every slight, every failure, every moment of exhaustion carries a lesson if you choose to see it. Pain is not a punishment, it is an instrument for growth. The more consciously you engage with it, the more it strengthens resilience, sharpens clarity, and reinforces self-mastery. Emotional hardship becomes an opportunity rather than an obstacle. Here is a practical exercise to begin this transformation. Take one past failure, mistake, or situation that caused emotional strain and journal about it. Detail the events, your feelings, and your reactions. Then identify the lesson hidden within, the insight, skill, or perspective you gained, however small. Finally, decide how you can convert that insight into action or strength moving forward. This process rewires pain into a source of energy, turning past setbacks into stepping stones for future achievement. Anchor your mindset with a simple affirmation: I transform pain into power. Repeat it daily, especially when old resentments or fatigue surface. Each time you remind yourself of this, you reclaim energy that might otherwise be wasted on frustration or blame. Pain no longer controls you. It becomes a catalyst for resilience, discipline, and focused action. By reframing emotional strain in this way, solitude, struggle, and setbacks cease to be burdens. Instead, they are the raw material for building strength, clarity, and confidence. With consistent practice, the mind learns to extract opportunity from adversity, turning every difficulty into a chance to sharpen character and reinforce self-mastery. Your suffering is not wasted. It is your most potent training ground. Practical Stoic exercises. Anchor your mindset. Stoic philosophy becomes powerful when applied through regular, practical exercises. One of the simplest, yet most effective methods is a daily 5-minute ritual. Begin with deliberate breathing. Slow, deep inhales and exhales to center your mind. Follow with brief journaling. Record your intentions for the day, any challenges you anticipate, and your commitment to act with discipline and integrity. Conclude the ritual with an affirmation that anchors your mindset, reminding yourself of your priorities and internal authority. This short practice primes your mind to respond rather than react, cultivating clarity and focus from the very start of the day. Another essential exercise is a boundary check. Identify one interaction that threatens to drain your energy or compromise your values. This could be a conversation, an email, or even a recurring social situation. Set a clear, deliberate boundary. Limit your engagement, pause before responding, or politely disengage. The goal is not avoidance, but conscious control over where your energy goes. By practicing this consistently, you reinforce your autonomy and protect your focus from external distractions. A solo task is another powerful micro-practice. Dedicate at least 10 minutes to completing a meaningful activity independently. This could be writing, exercising, planning, or skill building. Focus entirely on the task, resisting any temptation for distraction or approval. The discipline of completing work without external validation strengthens your self-reliance and reinforces the principle that growth and mastery originate from your effort, not from recognition. Anchor these exercises with the affirmation, I choose clarity over attachment. I choose freedom over approval. Repeat it before, during, and after each practice to solidify the mindset. Over time, these micro-practices compound, creating a resilient mental framework. They allow you to navigate challenges with composure, act decisively, and maintain focus on what truly matters. Through consistent application of these practical exercises, Stoic philosophy becomes a lived experience. Your mind becomes anchored in clarity, your energy protected, and your actions aligned with your values. Daily discipline turns solitude and challenge into tools for growth, reinforcing independence, confidence, and lasting inner strength. Real-life Stoic stories, proof in action. Stoicism is not just a theory, it is demonstrated in action across time and circumstances. History provides some of the clearest examples of its enduring power. Take Marcus Aurelius, for instance. As emperor, he navigated the treacherous waters of court intrigue, betrayal, and endless political pressure. Despite constant challenges, he remained steadfast, prioritizing reason, virtue, and duty over the shifting opinions of those around him. He understood that true authority came from self-mastery, not the fleeting approval of advisors or the public. His journals reveal a man who consistently applied Stoic principles to maintain focus, clarity, and inner peace amidst chaos. In the modern workplace, Stoicism remains just as relevant. Consider an individual faced with an ethical dilemma. A manager or colleague pressures you to cut corners or manipulate results for personal gain. The easier path might yield recognition or temporary success, but acting with integrity aligns with your values and builds long-term strength. By refusing to compromise, you not only protect your character, but also reinforce your self-respect and credibility. The satisfaction derived from doing the right thing independently far outweighs any transient praise. Relationships provide another arena where Stoic wisdom proves vital. Ending a toxic friendship can feel isolating, even guilt-inducing. Yet those who prioritize their mental and emotional well-being understand that freedom comes from setting boundaries and walking away from patterns that drain energy or compromise values. By doing so, They cultivate a network of relationships built on mutual respect and alignment, rather than attachment or obligation. The takeaway is clear. Stoic principles transcend time and circumstance. Whether navigating the complexities of imperial courts, the ethical challenges of modern work life, or the personal trials of relationships, Stoicism provides a consistent framework for resilience, clarity, and self-mastery. Its lessons are practical, actionable, and universally applicable. These real-life examples illustrate that strength is cultivated through deliberate action, integrity, and conscious choice. When applied consistently, Stoic philosophy transforms challenges into opportunities, solitude into focus, and adversity into growth. Across history and modern life alike, Stoicism proves itself not merely as a philosophy, but as a blueprint for living with purpose, discipline, and unwavering inner strength. 2026. Focus. Step forward alone. As the year unfolds, the path you choose now will determine the strength, focus, and freedom you carry into the months ahead. Walking alone is not merely a choice, it is preparation for growth. By embracing solitude, you create the mental and emotional space necessary to evaluate your priorities, strengthen your resilience, and clarify your purpose. The act of walking alone trains your mind to rely on your own judgment, cultivate self-discipline, and recognize that your energy is a finite resource to be invested wisely. Rising alone reinforces this principle further. Discipline must take precedence over guilt. You may feel pressure to accommodate others' expectations or to seek approval, but growth comes from prioritizing what aligns with your values. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that obstacles are not hindrances, they are the way. Each deliberate choice you make, each challenge you embrace intentionally, strengthens your autonomy and sharpens your focus. Rising alone means committing to your path without excuses, without surrendering your inner authority to the judgments or opinions of others. Winning alone completes this triad. Success is not measured by applause or recognition, but by the internal metrics of integrity, consistency, and mastery. Set clear, personal standards for achievement and measure your victories against them. By doing so, you free yourself from the distractions of comparison, envy, and validation seeking. Your accomplishments become a reflection of your commitment and self-mastery rather than external influence. Pause and reflect. What will I achieve without approval? Let this question guide your daily decisions, reminding you that the most meaningful victories are those claimed independently. By framing your actions through this lens, you approach 2026 with a mindset of intentionality, focus, and unwavering self-reliance. As you step forward, remember that walking, rising, and winning alone is not a path of isolation. It is a conscious strategy for building resilience, clarity, and purpose. Each choice reinforces your inner authority. Each action strengthens discipline, and each success, however small, compounds into lasting self-mastery. Enter the new year with a commitment to operate on your own terms, guided by principle rather than permission, and measure your growth by the standards you set for yourself. By applying these practices consistently, 2026 becomes not a year defined by external approval or circumstance, but by the deliberate cultivation of your independence, focus, and inner strength. Step forward alone, rise with intent, and claim your victories with unwavering confidence. As we conclude, let's reflect on the journey of independent strength. Walk alone, rise alone, and win alone. Walking alone is the foundation. Reclaiming your energy, setting boundaries, and understanding that your path is determined by your choices, not the expectations of others. Rising alone is the discipline to face challenges intentionally, embracing solitude as a tool for focus, resilience, and clarity. Winning alone is the ultimate measure. Internal success grounded in integrity, consistency, and self-mastery, free from reliance on external validation. These 3 steps form a framework for unwavering inner strength and freedom. Now it's time to act. Identify one specific action you will take today independently. It could be a task at work, a personal goal, or a deliberate boundary you will set. Execute it fully, with focus and intention, without seeking approval or recognition. Each small act compounds, reinforcing your autonomy, sharpening clarity, and strengthening your character. Thank you for watching and embracing Stoic discipline. Your commitment to self-mastery, focus, and internal authority will shape not only your achievements, but also the depth of your resilience. Carry these principles forward into every interaction, decision, and challenge. See you in the next session, where we continue building mastery, freedom, and unshakable self-respect. Anchor this moment with the affirmation, I walk alone, I rise alone, I win alone. Repeat it, live it, and let it guide every step of your journey toward true independence and strength.